Okay, so professors, welcome to today's class. We will take few comments from our group discussions so far regards to any challenge or any issue we have to discuss. So the ladies first. So Prof. Majula, you can go ahead.
Thank you, sir. So please, we started with the PowerPoint, the presentation.
Mm-hmm.
We are done working on our slides.
Mm-hmm.
So now our next meeting, we are going to share the parts on everyone's part. We want everyone to participate.
Okay.
Yes, please. That's our progress.
Okay. No problems, no obstacles, no challenges, nothing.
No, please, everybody contributed. Yeah, that was
That's
very
fine.
good. Yes,
Okay.
thank you.
Good to know. Now to the gentlemen. So, Professor Agweko, I think I'll put you on the spot to give us a brief about the state of work with the male group.
Okay, sir. Sir, please, we are all working hard towards the same common goal. The PowerPoint, the presentation, and all our ideas are coming together to make something big. All the boys, all the gentlemen, we have brought our ideas. We are preparing whatever we need to present on the D-Day, but we are not yet done. Just some finishing touches and other things, then we'll be prepared for you guys.
Okay. Okay, well noted. Well, I've been monitoring from your pages, and I think probably maybe most of you are working behind the scenes, so I don't get to see it on the group. But all the same, we live to see what is going to happen next week, God willing. Okay, so at your end, no issue, no problems, nothing.
No, sir.
Okay. So by way of guidelines, I think that you all appreciate how I do my presentations in class with my PowerPoint, slides. So I'm expecting to see something like that. Okay. Regarding who is going to present what, my expectation is that at least each member should have something to do or say when it comes to the presentation. That notwithstanding, we may have the main presenters, and then maybe the other group members will watch out for questioning. So maybe when I ask a question, I don't expect the person who did the presentation to also answer the question. At least since you did it together, each member should have a fair idea as to the key concepts under the topic you are presenting. So please, let's all get together. Let's all get on board, and trust me, I think it's going to be a nice experience. I'm thinking about rewarding the best gender. And maybe after this gender-based presentation, we can look at mixed gender, where we'll throw in a little bit of gentlemen with a little bit of ladies to see how, when the gender mix, the kind of things they can also produce. Okay. I hope that is fine. Any other comment? Okay. So, like I hinted you, today I'll do the functions of management, right? And then next week you present on the skills and the rules. Okay. So, let's dig in straight away without wasting time. I have something on the screen I want you to all look at and give me your professional opinion. So I have here, what activities will you perform when you are appointed manager of MTN Ghana Public Limited Company today? So what will you do? And in as much as I would love to hear from all of you, I think I'll pick few people to tell us what they would do, the kind of activities they would perform if they happen to get that job of being a manager of MTN Ghana? Well, it could be any other company, but for now, let's look at you being the manager of MTN Ghana. So who is ready? Okay, Prof. Jesslyn. That'll be a manageress, right? So Prof. Manageress Jesslyn, let's hear you.
Sir, please, so first of all, I know that as a manager, you'll be given certain targets to achieve during for the whole year or for a particular quarter of the year. And so first of all, I will plan or find methods of how I'm going to achieve those targets or goals. And then second of all, I will organize like activities or how do I say, activities that will also enhance my group, like give them the motivation and everything and the skills to also achieve those targets. Yeah, and then and then the last thing I'll do is that I will be able to, I'll lead them, not like controlling them and telling them what to do, but then I'll also be part of helping them to also achieve these goals. Yeah.
Okay, that is interesting. So I think there was this experience where a young man was, I think it happened in Nigeria or something. A young man was asked to take over managing a company for a day. And it was interesting. The same seat I've put you in today. So thank you, Jesslyn, for that. With all that you do, Professor Araba, Manageress Araba, MTN manager seat. Let's go.
Sir, please, first I'll hold a meeting or like a workshop to get to know my workers and to ask them about their abilities and their disabilities so that we'll be able to like see how we improve the work of the company. Thank you.
Okay, you would hold a meeting. Okay. Two ladies, any gentleman to add or subtract? Or the gentleman, you don't like the job now. Manager of MTN is not easy. You see, one of the funny things about life is you dream about something, but eventually when it comes to you, you are so clueless, you don't know where to start from. Right? So it can happen that yes, you can be called on to go and manage MTN. And then say, hey, I'm not ready. Hey, so today you are in that position. Gentlemen, what are you going to do? Prof. Sapon, Chris. Prof. Sapon, Chris. Oh, I think we cannot hear him. Okay, I think microphone issues. You can leave and join again just to get your microphone to reset. Okay. The gentleman, Prof. Finati, if you were appointed the manager today, what will you do?
So, sir, please, I will first improve customer care services and also reduce the network challenges.
Okay, interesting. Okay, Professor, let me get the last person and then we'll continue. We'll move on. Okay. Any gentleman to finish it up for us? Any gentleman? Finally. Okay. I think the gentleman says no. Any final lady At least. Okay, Prof. Fidel, go ahead. The final gentleman. Yeah.
Say to help manage finance and budget in the company. When we are the manager, I mean, if I'm the manager, I'll monitor the project spend and ensure cost-effective operations.
Okay. Thank you. Now I put all of you on the spot because I wanted to know the specific activities you would perform in that position as a manager. So I acknowledge those who said they'll hold meetings. But I wanted to inquire further. In that meeting, what are you doing? Are you going to talk about how to eat banku and tilapia or how to do what? So, professors, all these activities that you've mentioned, you hold meetings, you check to see the kind of skills the current employees have, like Fidel suggested, how to improve the current situation of the company. Ima alerted improving customer care and the network, hitches. All these things you are going to do, gentlemen, is what is referred to as the functions of management or the functions of a manager. So, as simple as it may sound, the functions of management or the functions of a manager refers to all the activities, the specific activities that a manager performs to ensure the smooth and efficient running of the organization. So all that you do to ensure that the organization is successful, to ensure that the organization achieves its goals and objectives, are referred to as the functions of management, right? Okay, I hope that is straightforward, no doubt about it. Now, in business management, we acknowledge a lot of activities. So all the things that you mentioned, we acknowledge them. However, to make it sound more meaningful, we group them into broad headlines. And so we say that there are fundamental functions of what? Management. Fundamental functions of management. In other words, if someone is managing an organization, then that person has to do those things, or that person has to perform those activities. Okay, so these we term as the fundamental functions of management or the basic functions of management. Let's quickly look at these functions. So the basic functions of management are: number one, planning. So planning is one of the activities every manager would have to perform or undertake, and we'll look at that in detail. Number two, organizing. And I'm sure we all organize things in one way or the other. Three, leading. Lead. You have to lead. And then four, controlling. So these are the four basic functions of management. That is not to say they are the only functions a manager has to perform, but these are the basic. In fact, for an organization to reach its goals and objectives, these four activities should be performed by the manager. So we'll pick the first one, which is planning, without wasting my time, unless there's a question for me. Planning. So I want you again to observe, the picture I have on my screen here and share your thoughts. What do you see and what meaning can you make out of it? So quickly, my professors should share their opinions. I would love to call people, but Whoever is ready can also, please, like I tell you, share your thought to talk in class. It's a good thing to do. It's a way of, sharpening your brain. So you see here, one family, one room. And then you see here more or less like a board with obviously, someone who has question marks on his head. Another person standing here opening the arms. So what meaning can you make out of these two pictures? Well, I may have to call people, otherwise people will not voluntarily, opt to speak. So Prof. Bill Hagan. If you were shown these pictures and was asked to just express your opinion of these pictures, what would you say? Okay, I think Prof. Bill is still looking at the picture. Let me go to Prof. Dennis Leifhafon. Is it that my professors haven't eaten or what? Are you hungry? I can send you some food online. But regardless of your hunger, let's express our opinions or thoughts. Okay. Prof. Zuriel Achampo, would you tell us what you think about these two pictures? Hey, hold on. Am I the only one in class talking to myself? And that is a classical case of Please talk to me, or gentlemen and ladies. At least I cannot talk is also talking. You can unmute and say, I'm sorry, I can't talk. But the silence is killing me softly. Don't kill me with your silence. Or is the silence suggesting that you don't have any opinion about these two pictures? Okay, whoever is ready, you can put up your hand and then you tell us. Okay, Prof. Jorish, go ahead.
Please, there's poverty within the family.
There is poverty within the family. Okay. Okay. That's interesting. So what is leading to that poverty? What is causing it?
There is a lack of income.
Lack of resources. Okay, Prof. Nicole.
So the first picture, I can see that the couples were not ready to have 3 children, because how can you and then the 3 children live in one room? Like, they didn't plan for them.
Oh, exactly the word I was looking for. It seems like the couple wasn't ready, right? In other words, they didn't plan well. I love the use of the word plan. Okay? Because if you know you are in a single room, why would you give birth to 3 children? And you are staying in the same room with these 3 children. That is a typical feature of lack of planning, or better still, bad planning. So thank you, Prof. Jesselyn. I think she hits the nail right on its head, so no need to, waste the time or belittle the point. So in that picture, you can see clearly that the couple or the mother and father did not do certain thing right, and that is planning. Because to have 3 children, including yourselves, that'll be like 5 people in a single room. Okay, and in fact, you can see the scattered nature of the place. I'm imagining where the children would even sleep. Now, on to the second picture. you will see that, well, let me help all of us with the discussion. You will see that a teacher standing in front of a class, okay, seems clueless as to what to teach. And the student is as well say, what are you doing? What are you doing? Another clear case of, lack of planning. The teacher didn't plan what to teach. Okay, so just go to class and is confused where to start from. Now, why am I showing all these pictures? Because I want you to appreciate the essence of planning or what planning seeks to do. So if we all agree that this couple in this picture, in a way, didn't plan well, or they planned, but the plan failed, then what is planning at all? What is planning? What is it? Let's digest that. Planning, what is it? Because we all plan. I don't think any of us here has never planned before. So we have been planning. And today, I think I'll be very glad if you share with me some of the things you plan about. Okay, Prof. Jesslyn again, let's hear you. What is planning? Plan. Yeah, Jesslyn, go ahead. Yes.
Please, for me, planning is like setting goals and establishing like strategies to coordinate activities.
Jesslyn, your English is, it seems like I don't understand. So you have to break it further. But repeat what you said again. You think it is setting?
Defining and setting goals. And establishing strategy and developing plans to coordinate activities.
Okay. So you set goals and then you devise strategies. Okay, thank you. That is from Jesslyn. So can you give us a classical case of you planning? As in, Or let me ask the whole class. You have been planning into more planning, more day. I think sometimes say, hey, but you don't have any plan and you are in school. So Prof. Araba Amandi, let me hear you.
Sir, please, I'm giving an example of planning. So before we started SHS, we had to plan on the things we need months before we actually went to school to be able to so that we'll not forget anything that we need for school. Thank you.
Okay. In fact, one more. Nana call me time.
Please, to plan, you have to set goals and create steps you can follow to achieve those goals.
Okay, you set goals and then you decide on what to do to get to that goal. Okay. Yes. In fact, I love it when Mita, go ahead. You were saying something. Yeah.
Yeah, so you create steps that you can follow to achieve those goals.
Okay, you create steps. Okay, thank you. Prof. Sefam.
Planning for an event.
Okay, thank you. In fact, you have given us a very nice, subject of discussion. We hear people say, I'm planning an event. In fact, is there any of you here who has been involved in planning an event, or probably you did it yourself? I want you to take us through. Okay, I think Sefam herself has done. So Sefam, let's hear you. Then probably I'll pick Jesslyn.
When I was younger, I was involved in the planning of my dad's surprise birthday party.
Wow.
Yeah. So I called all our family members and staff and invited them to their house.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay, interesting. Wow. So the planning was about a birthday party. Okay. Please, I hope that you plan so that you also surprise Mr. Mo. Okay, Jesslyn, let me hear you.
Service, I was involved in the planning of a Christmas party with my mom.
Hey,
And
Christmas party. Just this ended Christmas.
yes, please. And say like first of all, she like wrote down the things that she needed to achieve that party. Like people should have fun, there should be a lot of food, drinks and everything. And then she made sure that there were enough funds to purchase all these things, so to make the party fun, the food be available and everything.
Okay, okay. But you didn't try or you didn't invite me anyway. Let's hear from others. In fact, people have lots, but they don't want to share. Prof. Vanessa or Parry, I'm sure you've been involved in some planning one way or the other, Prof. Vanessa. The Holy Spirit is telling me you have been planning, sir.
Sir, please, I have one.
You are. Oh, so you mean the Holy Spirit is telling lies? Anyway, Prof. Valerie Nunu. Prof. Valerie. And then maybe I'll pick Prof. Stacy and then we'll continue.
Please, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. Go ahead.
I don't have anything I remember.
Oh, you don't remember, eh? You have forgotten about when you planned to scare your junior brother. Anyways, thank you for at least responding to my call. Finally, Prof. Stacy.
I haven't planned for anything.
So, Prof. Stacy, like seriously, do you even know that what we eat, we plan what we eat on daily basis? In fact, we plan when to wake up. So we do planning virtually every minute.
Like an event.
Okay, an event. Okay, but you've planned what to eat before, isn't it?
Yeah.
So what constituted the planning? As in, what were you thinking? What were you, envisaging as you planning towards what to eat?
Like the food I'll eat. I was planning the food I'll eat, the time I'll eat, and where I'll take the food to eat.
Okay, thank you. So, professors, thank you very much. Let me add my thought to it. So you can all agree, even with the last example, you wake up in the morning, you decide on what to eat. So I'll eat gobe. Now, immediately you state that. Okay, so that becomes your goal. That's the objective you want to achieve, to eat gobe. It doesn't end there. You have to look at how you will get the gobe to eat. Okay, so after setting the goal, you go ahead to also look at how you would achieve the goal. So then you ask yourself, hey, this gobe, am I going to prepare it myself, or will I go to Davi's joint to buy it? Or will I call my mom or my father to do it for me or buy it for me? So you don't just decide on what to do, but you also decide on how to do it, even where to do it. Are you going to eat the gobe under a tree or in a canteen, or you go to a restaurant? Okay. So with all these background knowledge, then we can say planning simply refers to the process. So I think you can write this in your notes or in your jotter or something. It is the process of setting goals and identifying actions to achieve the set goal or the set goals. So you set a goal and then you identify what you would have to do to achieve that goal. So the example I just gave, I want to eat gobe. That is the goal. I also have to identify how I will get that kobe to eat. So as an organization, we set goals. We want to make 2 million profits this year. We want to reduce our advertising expense. So we set that goal, and then we look at how best we can achieve that set goal. And professors, that is called planning. Now, planning is the first. So let's put down some key points. Planning is the first function of management. Okay, it is the first or the primary function of management. Without planning, you cannot do any other thing. So it is the first function of management. In some definitions, they say planning is deciding in advance what to do. So these questions, what to do. So what do you want to do? Okay, how to do it. Okay, when to do it, and where to do it. Okay, is that a question for me? I think somebody wanted to speak. Okay, so if you reckon or if you appreciate all the other three functions of management we saw, the basic functions, organizing, leading, and controlling, can only be performed after planning. Okay, until you have planned, you cannot do all the other functions of management. Okay, is that a question for me? Any question? Okay. So now that we know what planning is, which is you set a goal and then you decide on ways, or you identify the ways or the how you are going to achieve those goals. Let's critically analyze the process, the planning process. So if you want to plan, what specific things do you have to do? Or what steps or stages do you have to go through to plan effectively? So the planning process. So the planning process. Before I put in the first point, I think from what we have discussed so far, you can tell me the first stage of planning, the first stage of planning, or the first thing to do if you want to plan. Yes, I think my professors are brainstorming. Yes, Prof. Sefam.
Recognizing what you want to do.
Sorry, take it again.
Recognizing what you want to do.
Recognizing what you want to do. Okay, Prof. Fifi.
Please, I think deciding what you want to achieve.
Deciding what you want to achieve. Prof. Valerie.
Please, you have to know your goal so you'll be able to plan towards it.
You have to know your goal. Okay, let me take from Chris, Prof. Chris, finally. Oh, I think we didn't hear from Chris. Let me take Nana Minta.
So please, setting clear objectives.
Setting the objective. So I think Minta and Valerie gives us the point there. Please, if for some reason your microphone is not responding, you can type in the chat. I'll read your contribution to the class. Okay. Yes, so Chris says, identifying your goal. Thank you, Prof. Chris. Chris, please add your surname to it, okay, so that I can take. And then I see some guests. The name is plenty, DFSPMFZ. Please, I beg you, change it to your real full name. Thank you. If it's a parent, please do well to add parent to it. Otherwise, I'll be asking you questions. You run away. Okay, so thank you, Chris, for that. Jocelyn, is that a question for me?
Sir, please, no, it's fine.
Okay, great. Okay, so like you have all rightly put it, the first thing is set the goal or identify the goal or objective. Remember, goals and objectives are used interchangeably because they mean the same thing, right? So the first process, determine the goal or objective. Professors, when we say determine the goal or objective, I think you have explained that point already. That is, what do you want to achieve? What is it? What is that object of achievement or success you want to achieve, right? Do you want to make profits? Do you want to reduce costs? Do you want to expand the business? Okay. Do you want to shut it down? Remember, goals cannot always be, about making profit, or sometimes it could be about you want to shut down a specific unit or department because they are not doing so well. It's an objective you want to achieve. Okay, so set that goal. I think we can write these few points in our notes under the goal setting. So here we say the business looks at what it wants to achieve, right? And it could span from either the revenue, the product output, the quality of the product, customer satisfaction, etc. So they set this objective or goal. After setting the goal, the next point is analyze the environment. Now, I think that I'll do this, should I say, specific or realistic example, so that as we go along, we would understand the thing better. So let's say that we are also setting our goal. Our business is we want to eat and want to eat fufu. So step number one, we determine the objective. And what is the objective? We want to eat fufu. Okay, so fufu is the objective. As for the soup, we will not add the soup because if you ask me, Mr. Amo, I love dawa soup. Okay, maybe you like a python soup, nanka soup. Or some of you want cobra soup. Somebody is running away based on the things I'm saying. Okay, the next point is analyze the environment. So professors, you have set the goal, you want to eat fufu. The next thing is analyze the environment. What does this mean? Or what can you say about this point or stage? Analyze the environment. So you are seated in your home and you have determined a goal that you want to eat fufu. Yes, Nana call. Let's hear it.
Please, it would be that the conditions of living in your environment. Let's see where you are. There are a lot of top bars or restaurants around, so that environment isn't the right place to establish your business. So you have to look for a. Yes, sir.
Okay, interesting. I love that point. So analyzing the environment here means that you have to screen. Now, the environment is not only the external one, right? We have the internal environment as well. So like I said, we are seated in our home, we want to eat fufu. We have to first analyze our home internally. Do we have even the mortar and pestle, or we are going neat fufu way? Or now, because of technology, we even have what you call fufu pounding machines. I don't like those ones. I want the traditional one. You pound, then your palm will tear. Then when you are eating the food, the whole soup with the pepper, it enters there. And then you are suffering, then you are enjoying. Suffer and enjoy. I like that one. But now they say they have is it fufu machine or whatever, that thing. Me, I don't like it so. So you have to check your home internally. Do you have even the necessary things to pound fufu? Or like Nanako hinted, you screen your outside, so outside your home, externally. Maybe there are more chobbers. If there are more chobbers, then why stress yourself to go and pound or go and buy cassava, right? So you screen your environment both internally and externally. And the aim of that is to gather information. So you are gathering information. Oh, in this environment, we have more chobbers here. Home, I don't have a pistol, or I don't have a fufu pounding machine. And so you see, you are gathering what? Information, right? And that is analyze the environment. So check your environment, your surroundings. Now, in the context of a business environment is not only about the physical things you can see, right? It borders about even the political factors, because a business might be affected by political issues. The government of the day can decide that, hey, all those, like it has happened to the small scale miners. You see, there was a government policy that, hey, we are shutting down, we are not mining again small scale until we have regularized it. So a political policy or a government policy can affect the business. So that factor is part of the environment of a business. Let me define the environment of a business as any factor, okay, that has an influence or an impact on a business. It forms part of the business environment. So we have internal and what? External. The political thing I'm talking about is external. The external environment are those factors the business cannot control. Please note some of these things, okay? The business has no control or influence over these factors. They constitute the external environment. So things like political or government policies, okay? Things like technology, okay? The company cannot control the new forms of technology that is coming up every day, right? The company cannot control what the government wants to do or not. Now, some of the internal are those that the company can influence or can manipulate. So some of them may include maybe the workforce or your employees, because you can control your employees, the resources you have in your company. All these forms part of what? Your internal environment. So every business will screen these two, internal, external, to gather information on the goals that they want to achieve, for which they have set. Okay. Please, any question? Any question, professors? So that means we are good up to this point. Okay. So continuing, we've stated that you first set the goal or you determine the goal. 2, you analyze the environment, and I've hinted that we are doing that analysis to gather information. After gathering that information from your analysis on the environment, the next thing you do is identify alternatives. Identify alternatives. Okay, so back to our case, okay, our practical case. We want to eat fufu. We have analyzed the environment. So we have realized that from analyzing the environment, we've gathered information that there are 5 chop bars, okay? So 5 chop bars in the community. So 5 chop bars where we can get fufu. And maybe we know the prices of their fufu, the meat or the soup they prepare. They do a crantier soup and all that. And then internally, if we want to pound it home, we know we have cassava there. We have, so let me draw small cassava here. Don't laugh at my cassava. We have a mortar, okay, what we locally call wedro. And then we have the pestle, which we use to pound. So we have screened our environment. We have gotten this information. The next thing is identify alternatives. So professors, what does this point mean? Or what do you do in this stage? Identify alternatives. Oh, I think you understand the word alternative, 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 alternative. So what is identify alternatives? Yes, Prof. Fifi.
Sir, please, like thinking of different ways to achieve the objective.
Thinking of different ways to achieve the objective. Okay, interesting. Prof. Valerie, some people don't want to talk, and they say if you don't talk to, your mouth will do something. I don't want to say it. Your mouth will do something. You blow fuse. Prof. Valerie, let's hear you.
Sir, please, can you say, like, going through the options you received when you analyzed your environment to see which will best help you achieve your goal?
Okay. So you are looking at, you have analyzed your environment, you have gathered information. So you are looking at weighing and, checking which information is suitable would help you. Okay, well noted. Please, I want more. Yes, Prof. Sapon Chris. I wish your microphone is up now. Okay, I think there's something in the chat. Recognizing and listing the different ways that can be taken to achieve the goal. That is from Prof. Chris. Okay, thank you. Recognizing and listing the different ways that can be taken to achieve the goal. Okay, Prof. Agbeko.
Sir, please, figuring out other ways, just in case your first way didn't work.
Okay. Let's hear from Christabel.
Okay, having a plan B in case your first goal or aim you weren't able to achieve that first goal aim.
Okay.
Having a plan B.
Okay. So you are thinking of plan B. That is very true. So anytime we are thinking of alternative, we are looking at the other options. If I don't go for A, is there a B available, right? So the company will now try to, find various means, like Ima said, okay, or various ways we can achieve that goal. So there can be several alternatives. Now, going back to our case, so here is either we go and buy from the chop bar, that's alternative 1, or we pound the fufu home, alternative 2. So based on the information, I think one professor hinted that, based on the information you gather from analyzing your environment, you can set or identify alternatives. So based on the information we gathered here, we can have 2 options or alternatives, which is chop bar or pound. So that's the identification of alternatives. You're looking at other different ways of reaching that same goal. At the end of the day, we want to eat fufu. That is the goal. Okay. Now, after identifying the alternatives, please, I hope none of you is missing, or if you are missing, help us to get you before we continue. Good. The next one is evaluate alternatives. Evaluate evaluate. You have identified the alternatives. Now evaluate it. So let me do our this thing, our fufu planning. So it's either we pound it ourselves. That's alternative 1. Or we buy, alternative 2. The next point says that we need to evaluate these alternatives. So what does it mean? I think there's a hand up for me already. But I want some people to talk. Why is that some people? Prof. Isobel, please, Isobel the class for me. Evaluate alternatives. Isobel doesn't want to Isobel. So let me go to Prof. Janice. Prof. Janice Ampov. Prof. Janice. Janice is also not Janisen. Let me get to Prof. Jaden Abrahams. Prof. Jaden, please don't jade us. So Jaden us. Okay, I think Jaden is also not jading. Or is he ready now? All these people, don't worry, I'll report them to their parent, and then they will say Mr. Amwa is wicked. Somebody is typing something in the chat. Let me see. So that is from Chris. Yes, Chris, thank you for contributing, even though your microphone is not there. In my understanding, it means examining and comparing the different possible options you have identified. So examining and comparing. Thank you, Chris. Prof. Magella, I think, yes, Mete Wonka Chakakra, Okoshe Canada, Mete Wonka. So Prof. Magella, let's hear you. Evaluate alternatives. What does it mean?
Like having different options. Yes, you consider, like, you have different options, like maybe this option, then you consider the advantages and disadvantages of this option. Yeah, that's what I understand.
Okay, so you look at the advantages and disadvantages of the options or the alternatives. Okay. I think I have one hand up, but the name DFSMP, please edit your name, but you talk for now. So go ahead. DFSPMFZH. Please go ahead. You have your hand up. Unmute and talk to us.
Please, carrying out the alternatives that we brought up.
Carrying out the, did you say feasibility?
The alternative.
The alternative. Okay. So please edit your name for me, because this your name I can't even pronounce. I don't know whether it's Chinese or so just click on the 3 dots there. You see rename, and then you rename your. Okay, thank you. Let me hear from Nanako Mensa. Minta, sorry.
Sir, please, assessing the various alternatives to select the best one.
Assessing. Okay, thank you. So like you have all indicated, right? Examining, comparing, assessing. All these words are true for evaluating alternatives. So what it means is that you now want to see the costs and the benefits associated with each of the options. Which one So like the our fufu case, if we are pounding, then we have to check, hey, pounding. Now after the bank so you look at all those what goes into pounding of fufu. And then you also weigh, if we are going to buy, what if the person, or the choba where we are going to buy from, the place is not so neat, hygienic issues. Maybe the cassava was even spoiled and they still pound. So you weigh all the options. The main aim of evaluating the alternatives is to guide you to your next step, which will be deciding and selecting the best course of action or a course of action. So the evaluation has to do with you assessing to know what or which option to select. So in this our case, should we go for pounding or buying? Should we go for pounding or buying? The ladies will say we should pound. The gentlemen will say we should go and buy. Prof, I have Prof. Kafui. Please, Prof. Kafui, which option should we go? Pounding or buying? Prof. Kafui. Or you don't like fufu, so you don't even you don't like fufu, so you don't even want to think about either pounding or buying. Okay, I have Kenina, Prof. Kenina. Would you go for pounding or buying? Oh, I can't seem to hear from my professors. Okay. I have Nana Kwesi Owusu.
Please, I said buy.
Buying. Hey, Prof. Kenny, you don't want stress to be out. You go and buy it.
Yeah.
Okay, Prof. Nana Kwesi, would you buy or pound?
So come again.
Would you buy the fufu or you pound it?
So how we go to buy it?
You buy. Hey, Gen Z generation.
Yes,
But you see, there is something informing why you are choosing buying. And I think I'm interested in that. Why are you going for the option of buying? And I don't know.
Capabilities cannot do pounding.
Your capabilities
I'm not capable of pounding.
You are not capable of pounding, eh? Okay, someone say let's go and buy. That's all. No stress. Young quarter adian. Obia wanted that. Why should we stress? But the ladies, would you buy or pound? The ladies don't want to talk because they are now learning how to pound. Okay, so let's move on. Thank you, professors. I really get happy when my professors are talking to me. Okay. So yes, you are going for buying. Simple. I think the reason behind that is because that is easier. No stress. We will be pounded. Then if you are not fortunate, you even hit the person's hand, and you are now taking the person to the hospital. Before no stress, no young stress. Let's buy. But Mr. Amo, I'll go for pounding. I know why. Because the way I like my fufu, it might not be as it has been prepared outside for me to go and buy. Sometimes you go and buy some fufu, and the kind of police officers in uniform and military men in the fufu, by the time you finish eating the fufu, your throat will be in prison. Okay, so somebody says, because after evaluating, I came to the conclusion that I'm having the resources that it takes to buy, and the choba I will choose is very conducive to my liking, and I do have the resources. Yes. On stress bia, koto no fufu adwen no ho, afi na obe pound ma. The landlord will even say you are spoiling my cement. Okay, so we made a choice, and I think I'll go with the majority, which is buy. Okay, so we choose the option of buying. So you see that we are following the planning process to plan how to eat fufu. So a business can plan as to how much profit they want to make this year using these stages or process. And of course, you, my student, you can also plan your grades, your WAEC or WASI grades using this process. So first of all, you determine the goal. Is it 9 A's or 8 A's? Then you analyze the environment. So the environment will be within yourself internally. Hey, do I have the brains? Do I have the time? Can I sit? Can my bottle sit and learn? So you analyze. Hey, I'm very good at maths, so English, yala, science, Mr. Hobby. Like you do all those screening. Then you check your external. Oh, my school, the teachers are good. I have good friends who understand the concept. Okay, there will be no lagger. There will be lagger. All these things you consider them. Invigilation will be very strict. So after analyzing, then you identify alternatives. How do you get the goal? And in this case, do you have alternative? It's either you sit down and learn, or you don't sit down and you fail. So that would be alternatives. And of course, the best alternative to choose from will be to sit down and learn. So you can plan your grades for the WASI, which is in like 2 years' time. And you have a lot of time. Okay, now let's move on. So after deciding and choosing this course of action, you now develop the plan. So we want to buy. We have selected the best alternative per our analysis. We want to buy. Now we develop the plan. Okay. So if we want to buy, okay, the choba, we have Antesi choba, Araba choba. So okay, we are going to Araba choba. Okay, we'll use a taxi. We'll use a Pragia, or we'll walk. So you are now developing the direct plan to achieve the aim of buying the food. You implement it. So the implementation here means that, yes, you are buying. So walk, go and buy the food, or take the taxi, go and buy. So if it is about a business looking to make huge profit in a particular year, they have to implement whatever plan they have developed. So maybe the plan will be to advertise on the radio, advertise using the television channels, or going to house to market their product. So that's the plan they have developed. The next one is implement it, which means put it into action. It's no more paperwork. Put it into action. So if it is radio, go to that radio station and go and do the adverts. Then finally, you evaluate and review the plan. You evaluate and review the plan. And I think my professors understand this one. So they should talk to me about it. You have implemented the plan. So now you need to evaluate and review the plan. What do you do under evaluation and reviewing of the plan? Yes, who is ready to talk to me? Yes, who is ready to talk to me? Talk to me, talk to me. If you don't talk me to, I won't talk again. No. I just took tea and bread this morning. You people have made me talk, sir. I'm even tired. Yes, Prof. The same people, the same people. Why now? Prof. Hagan, I haven't heard your voice. I think Christabel has said something. Dennis, leave her phone. I haven't heard from you. Isobel. Okay, let me pick Michael Boateng. Prof. Mike. Prof. Michael Boateng, let me hear from you. Or Michael is going to buy the fufu. Okay. Let me see. Okay, let me speak to those who have their hands. Gabriel Abweko.
Sir, please, what I understand by the evaluation and the review of the plan is that like we should check everything whether it's up to the standard that we want. If
Okay.
not, then we add some changes to them. But if they are up to our standard, then we keep.
Okay. Okay. Thank you. So Sapon has added his voice in the chat. It says it means checking whether the plan worked as you expected and trying to reflect on the experiences and decision you will make next time. Yes. So the evaluation and review means you are checking whether the thing is working or not. So that if it is working, you continue with whatever good thing you are doing. And if it is not, you look at changing it or maybe adding something, new to it. So that's the evaluation and review. In fact, it is one of the critical things you have to do. Okay. Because that tells you whether you are being successful or otherwise. So in our case, if we go and buy the fufu, okay, we devise the plan. We have gone to buy the fufu. We need to evaluate that, hey, this option we went for, okay, was it good? If it was good, hey, the fufu went to buy, it was nice. So even if we had pound in our home, it wouldn't have been so nice like that. Then it means that the plan was a good plan. So next time when we are thinking about fufu, we'll go and buy instead of pounding. But if the buying did not go well, the fufu that we went to buy, the fufu has become eba. Instead of fufu, we got eba. And the kind of military men in the fufu. Then next time you see that we'll not go for that option again. We'll choose a different one. So that's the essence of evaluating and what? Reviewing the plan. Professors, any question? Let me pause a little for any questions or reactions. Okay, if there are no questions, let me play the devil's advocate small. We'll look at the benefits of planning, but before that, I want one of us professors here to give us the stages of planning as we've just gone through. How many? 8. I want to see if you remember. Or the 8 is too much. Okay, you try if you can tell us all the 8 stages in the planning process. Yes, we'll do that for me. Please don't go and look at anywhere. Just I want to see if you remember. Okay, or maybe we should do it together for the last time, and then we can look at individual. So, professors, I want you to do something for me. Let's all unmute. Let's all put our microphones on, as in yes, and then we'll go together at the count of 1, 2. We'll all do it together from step 1 to step 8. Please, let's all unmute. Those who are muted, I beg you, unmute. Okay, so ready, go. Determine the goal or objective. Analyze the environment. Identify alternatives.
Evaluate alternatives. Decide and select
course of action.
develop
The plan. Implement the plan.
the plan.
Evaluate
The plan.
Okay, so you see, I've seen all those who don't want to talk. They didn't. Okay, I've seen them. I've screenshot it as evidence against them. They'll be there. Their parents will call them. So you, Mr. Amwa said you should recite that. He didn't say it. I'll not do that. But that is for us to appreciate the planning process. 7 of them. In fact, this is highly examinable. You can be asked to outline the steps or the stages of the planning process, and you need to remember these things. Okay, great. So we can now look at the benefits of planning. Why is it important for us to plan? Okay, why is it important for us to plan? And I think now you all appreciate that we do a lot of planning in our daily lives. We plan on what to eat, what to wear. We plan on even what vehicle to take when we are coming to school. That's why some people go for the STC, others go for VIP, others go for okay. So I think we all appreciate based on what we've said so far, right? That we do a lot of planning in our daily lives, what we eat, what we wear, even the car we bought to school, right? Whether STC, Sprinter, or you want to take daddy's V8, all entails planning. Even how to sleep, you plan how to sleep. Okay, great. So benefits of planning. Yes, I think I have few professors who want to ask questions. Let's go ahead. Let me call Nana call, and then I have Emmanuel and Abeku. So Nana, let's hear you first.
Sir, please, the benefits of planning. Sir, please, it ensures efficient allocation of resources.
It ensures efficient what?
Allocation of resources.
Allocation of resources. It ensures efficient allocation of resources. Thank you. And that is very true, isn't it? Because if you plan well, then you can know how to, allocate or share your resources. So for example, you see that the first picture I showed you, if the couples or the parents did planning well, they could have effectively allocated their resources that, hey, instead of giving birth to 3 children, why don't we use the money that will be used in all the antenatal care, buying Pampers and all those things to probably get a plot of land or even rent and get an extra room. Okay. Prof. Fifi.
Sir, please, it makes the work faster because everything is planned and each person knows what he or she is supposed to do.
So he's saying that it makes the organization to be fast about whatever work they have set to do. Okay. Next person, that's Gabriel. Then I'll come to Christabel. Gabriel Abeku.
Sir, please, it helps the output to be good.
It helps the output to be what?
To be good as expected.
To be good as expected. Okay. Finally, from Christabel.
It helps in setting clear goals and objectives.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Now, let me make a comment. You see that when you are asked in an exams to state or outline points, your point may be very good, but maybe how you state it. Okay. So I love I think the last person was Christabel. I love how she stated her point. Now with Emmanuel and I think, is it Gabriel? Emmanuel said it helps the work to be faster. Emmanuel, please, If you can repeat your point for me so that I can make comment on it.
Sir, please, I said it makes the work faster because work has been planned and everyone has what he or she is supposed to do.
So you see, it makes the work faster. If you put this in your answer booklet, it's not that it's wrong, but let me be very honest. The brofono is not chicklings, okay? I don't know how to say, but so maybe another way of stating this point, as given by Ima, will be that because the intention is that it makes the work. So why not say it makes decision making faster? Okay, that is more of a technical point than when you say it makes the work faster. So it makes decision making faster. Okay, because then we have planned, want to buy. So yes, we have decided, go and buy very fast. Okay, so when you are stating your point, try to put in the ingredient that makes the point sweet, okay, or sweeter. Okay, Gabriel.
Sir, please, sorry.
Okay. So I think I'll start from what Christopher said. So it helps us to set clear goals. Very sweet point. And then another person also gave a point that it helps to efficiently allocate resources. Very sweet point. Okay. And then Ime's point has been sweetened to be it makes decision making faster and easier. Thank you very much, professors. So this is what I will do for us. I think that our time is almost through. We have some few minutes. So professors, you know me now. I like assignments, and it's one of my weaknesses. If I teach and I don't give assignment, I feel sick. So I think you would put on your private pages brief benefits of planning and the challenges of planning for me. Please don't go and put it in AI. If you put it in AI, I'll catch you. So in your own understanding, just a brief point, a maximum of three, maybe 3 benefits and then 3 challenges of planning. Okay. So in our next meeting, hopefully that will be probably next week. Yes. We'll look at the types of planning, right? And the types of plan. And I think that'll be all for what we have to discuss under the concept of planning as a function of management. Okay. So please note your assignment. And I have 30, in fact, 30 professors, so except some of us are parents. No, I think today there's no parenting class. 30 professors. So I'm expecting 30 private pages with the assignment there. And I'll type it and put it on the page for you to refer. So the benefits of planning and the challenges of planning. Maximum 3 points. Make your points well, if I make it sweet, like I say, make the point sweet, very clear, devoid of any ambiguity or anything. Okay. So on that note, I think I'll quickly summarize, or better still, I'll call one of us to summarize. So Prof. Fidel, can you do a summary of what we've discussed today to us?
Sir.
Yes.
Okay. We started with the functions of management. Hello.
Yes, we are listening to you. Please go ahead. Continue.
You like activities that management perform to ensure smooth and efficient one. So the basic functions of management are planning, organizing, leading, and controlling.
Okay.
Then you define planning. He said it is the process of setting goals and identifying actions to achieve a to achieve a certain goal.
Okay.
We also went to planning process.
Okay.
The first one was to determine your goal.
Okay.
Second was to analyze the environment.
Okay. Thank you, Fidel. I think you have done a great job. I want a lady to continue, and that will be Prof. Nicole. So, Prof. Nicole, Fidel has gotten us to the process of planning, identify the goal, analyze the environment. Please continue for us.
Okay. Then we also have to identify alternatives, evaluate the alternatives, decide on the alternative which we are going to choose, develop the plan, implement the plan, evaluate and review the plan. So that's for the planning process.
Okay.
And then we also learned about some benefits of planning.
Okay.
Like one, it helps set clear goals for the business. And then it helps in making decisions.
Okay.
It helps decision making easier. It helps making of decision easier in the business of it.
Okay. Thank you very much. So, major highlights, please don't ever forget the meaning of functions of management, and most importantly, the four basic functions of management. And in fact, you can abbreviate them or use the acronym planning, organizing, leading, and controlling. POLC. POLC. Talk, as you can mention it, talk. So you see, you people, instead of choosing some weird names as nicknames, you can say, hey, Pork, how do you do? So anytime you see your friend, you remember the basic functions of management: POC, planning, organizing, leading, controlling. Okay, so thank you, professors. I'll be anticipating to receive my assignment. In fact, because I don't want any issue of, oh, sir, we didn't get time. I think we have some 10 minutes for you to utilize, right? So some of you can do it, but of course the deadline will be until our next meeting. No, because tomorrow you are continuing your group discussion. Okay, and I think you need to finalize everything tomorrow, because next week you'll be doing the presentation. And I'll see to share some previous presentations with my students so that you can watch it and see how you can maneuver your way out about presenting online. It's doable and possible. Remember, you see, I'm happy. Besides the things that you are learning on Omega, you're also, developing your skills, presentation skills, and these online, because now people have interviews online. So imagine if you don't have this basis. So please make use of this platform to the best that you can. I want to thank you all for at least making the class lively. Please, those who didn't talk, no problem. But if for some reason you wanted to talk and I didn't get your attention, please, next time tell me, say, me too, I want to talk some. Then I'll give you the opportunity to talk. So on that note, we'll say, now the day is over, night is drawing nigh. So take care of yourself, professors. I'll see you some other time. Au revoir. Hey, so nobody will tell me au revoir, Messi. It's my professors.
Au revoir.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.